of the challenges a lot of immigrants face when relocating to the UK is how to secure a high-paying job, like a professional job, because probably you don't know what to do, you don't know where to search for this job, and you don't have the right information to do the right things. People believe that when you're coming to the UK, you need to do menial jobs before you can get a high professional jobs, and I say that is a lie. People that I know have gotten high-paying jobs from their home country, like Nigeria, Africa, before even relocating to the UK. That's because they know the right thing to do. They had the right information and they know where to get this job. So guys, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you tips on how you can get these high professional jobs. I'm talking about accounting jobs, lecturing jobs, and the rest of them, jobs in tech and all that. So if this is what might interest you, kindly watch this video to the end. Welcome to my channel. My name is Rita. Here I talk about life in the UK. Kindly subscribe to my channel, like this video. My one tips on how to secure a high professional job in the UK is research. A lot of people apply for jobs without doing the research, because a lot of people apply blindly without knowing what to do, how to tailor their CV, what are the requirements, qualification, certification you need to do to give you the high chance of securing these high paying jobs. The first thing you need to take note of is the job title. In the UK, these jobs are being addressed on different titles. Like if you're an accountant in Nigeria and you're known as an accountant or banking and finance, in the UK, this job might have a different title. So when you're applying for this job, you don't even know that you have the right qualification for this job, but this might be called a different title and you don't know. So you miss out on the chance of applying for this job, because in your mind that you're looking for a job, accountant or banking and finance and all that, but not knowing that this job that you're bypassing, that this is the job that you're actually looking for. So it's always advisable for you to research on the title, how these jobs are being addressed in the UK. When you're applying for a professional job in the UK, you need to go through the description. A lot of people don't take note of this. And another thing you need to consider is the certification. Does this job require extra certificate? Because a lot of people apply for jobs, they don't know that they need to do extra certification in order to boost their chances of securing this job. For instance, if you're an accountant in Nigeria, when you're applying for a job, you might not need certification like ACCA in Nigeria, but in the UK, it is a requirement. If you're applying for a job as an accountant, you need to have ACCA certificate. One of the website you can use to carry out these checks is prospectac.com. This is a website that you can go in, type up the job that you're looking for and go through it. You will see how they are being called in the UK. You will see the jobs that need certain requirements, certain certification and all that. So when you go to this website, type up a job like accounting jobs and you go through it, go through the requirements. In that description, you will see the requirements, you will see certification that you need to have in order to work as an accountant in the UK. This is going to help you. If you know you don't have this certification, you can easily apply for this certification and make yourself marketable. Number two, in yourself the right candidate. A lot of people just apply for a job because they have a degree. They don't know that the degree you're using in Nigeria or Africa, here it might not really mean a whole lot. So you need to upgrade yourself, upgrade your degree. If you know the degree you have back home is not valuable here, you need to go back to school, you get some certifications, you need to do all these things to make yourself the right candidate. You just don't apply for jobs waiting for miracles. You meet the right requirement for a job. You need to invest in yourself, taking extra courses, extra certification to make yourself employable. If you're an accountant in Nigeria looking to get an accounting job in the UK, you need to have ACCA. Looking to work in the educational sector, there are certificates you need to do in order to make yourself employable. So guys, when you're looking for a job in the UK, try as much as possible to make yourself the right candidate for this job. A lot of people come to the UK and wants to start high on the job. The truth is, it is very difficult for you to start at a high rank in the UK. Let's say, for instance, if you're a bank manager in Nigeria, I like saying Nigeria because I'm from Nigeria. A lot of people come to the UK and expect to start at a high level. If you come with so much hope, with so much high expectations, you're going to be frustrated. Things that the job sector require is that they need experience. You need to have a working experience. A lot of people apply for a higher job and they don't get it, not because you're not qualified, but because you don't have the experience. You've never worked in the UK. You must have had the experience in Nigeria, but you don't have that experience in the UK. So you need to have that working experience. One of the ways you grow by taking, like for instance, a lower job in your profession. As you grow, you learn on the job, you can apply, you can upgrade. But if you're coming with this big mindset that I was big at home, here I want to start big, the truth is you're not going to get that. So you need to start at a lower rank and then grow, upgrade, and then you get promoted. These are one of the mistakes a lot of people do. Start small and grow on the job. Other tips you need to get a job is to volunteer. I know this sounds like, how can I work for free in the UK? Guys, I get it. A lot of people struggle with this because coupled with the bills you have to pay, let's say you came with your family and you need to volunteer for free, nobody's going to pay you. So if you look at these things, you will not be able to volunteer. But one of the ways you can go around this is by getting a manual job, like healthcare assistant, factory jobs, just to keep the bills going, and then you volunteer a company. There's not how you reach out to a company, tell them to work for free for them. They will certainly reach back to you. And volunteering on this job, you will probably learn one or two things. Now, if you're applying for a job, you have gotten a working experience, you have worked in a company in the UK, so this can actually speak for you. Volunteering with a company can help you because it has given you a chance to work with this company. They see what you can do, they know that you're good at this job, they know you can work without supervision, and you've got the right skills, you've done this job, even you've been faithful even without being paid. And if an opportunity comes up in that company, who are they going to call? Certainly it's going to be you, and this is going to help you to get this job. But if you're still sitting down at home hoping and applying to be called, you might get the interview but you might not get this job. Have volunteering jobs because it's going to speak for you. So if you're coming to the UK and you're trying to get a job and you have not been successful, try volunteering with a company. It's going to help you to build confidence, to know how the working system in the UK. Another tip that will help you to get a well-paying job is to be bold and apply for this job. What's the worst that can happen, guys? You need to be bold and apply for jobs. I've seen people who apply for jobs and they were not qualified. They apply for this job anyway. They were calling for interview and they perform well on the interview and they definitely got this job. So don't be scared to apply for jobs even when you don't meet the requirement. If you feel like you're confident enough that you can do this job, apply for it. The truth about UK is that they will always schedule you for interview because they want to see what you can do. Why should we employ you? What can you do for us if we employ you? So by the time they give you this interview and you sell yourself, you will definitely get this job. So I know a lot of people are used to getting tons and tons of rejection email. I personally have gotten a lot of. Don't stop you. Keep applying for this job. If you apply 99 times, definitely one day it will click. Take your chances. If you don't take chances, you won't know what or behind the other side. When they call for interview, make sure that you sell yourself very well. Be bold. Don't let anything stop you from getting your well-paying. Tips of securing a well-paying job is to target small companies. A lot of people come to the UK and they hope to get a job in bigger companies. These companies that you are aiming to apply in or you're aiming to work with, some of them are downsizing at the moment. They are cutting off staff and all that. But these smaller companies that are just starting up, they would definitely need workers. So a lot of it will be easier for you to get a job in smaller companies than bigger companies. There's nothing wrong with aiming high. You can start small with these smaller companies, get a working experience, you keep seeking for other bigger companies. But if you come and your aim is just to get a job in bigger companies, you might not get that job. So it's always advisable that you start with the smaller companies and then work your way up to the bigger companies. If you're a project manager and you're looking to work for a bigger company, start with a small company, work with them, get a working experience, and you can apply to bigger companies. It's going to boost your confidence. It's going to make you feel like you know what you're doing. And when by the time you get to that bigger company, you already have experience, you already have confidence, and you know what you are going to do for that company. Another tip is networking. If you're planning to get a professional job, You need to market yourself. You need to put yourself out there. You need to reach out to people who are already in your field, who are doing well. How did they get this job? What did they do? What certification did they do to help them to get? And one of the ways yourself is through social media. There are a lot of people on LinkedIn that can help you, to who have gotten a job through LinkedIn and they just sell themselves and they got a job through this. So you need to sell yourself. You need to network, go out, meet people. The kind of job you're looking for, you need to roll with the people that are working in that things you need to do if you're planning to get a job. Create a profile and market yourself, guys. These are tips that you can use to see. Another tips is you need to have a good resume. A lot of people are applying for jobs, they don't even have the correct format of CV. In the UK, there is a you need to tailor your CV or your resume in line with. A lot of people use the same resume they've been using in Nigeria to try to get a job in the UK. This makes securing a job difficult. Ways you can stand a chance of securing a job in the UK is to tailor your CV. There are tons and tons of videos on YouTube that can teach you how you can tailor your CV to make you employable, to make you, people see your CV, they know that you know what you're doing. So guys, these are tips that you need to do in order to secure a high-paying jobs in the UK. To say the securing a high-paying job in the UK is not as easy as it sounds. The job you are applying for, a lot of people are also applying for this job. So you need to be patient. You need to take manual jobs for the time being to pay your bills and settle in. You can do it, but while doing it, don't give up on your dream of getting a high-paying job, because the truth is a lot of people come into the UK and do these manual jobs. Before you know, years have passed and they are still doing these manual jobs. These manual jobs as a transitional job to just pay your bills while you work on your goal to get these professional paying jobs. In the UK, you get lots and lots of rejection emails. Don't give up. A lot of people have gotten it. I myself have gotten it. Don't be discouraged. Just keep on persevering, and at the right time, that job will come. Make sure you do the right thing. If you need to take another course to help you, do it. If you need to go back to school, just do it, guys, and don't give up on your dream of securing a well-paying jobs. So if you found value in this video, kindly give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.